It's finally Thursday, which means it's time for a new specialty video, which I'm sure you are all trying to figure out what I'm going to do after the extraness that was that Teen Wolf video and that Red Wedding reaction. What am I going to give you today? Well, get excited because I will be doing a dramatic reading of fan fiction. I'm going to read it and simultaneously give commentary, and it's going to be grand. Since these fanfic readings are going to be somewhat of a permanent thing, just leave me a comment telling me what fandom, what kink, tentacle porn, pairings, whatever you want. Just leave me a comment and I will find something. No matter how hard I have to scour the internet, I'm sure there's something out there because there are some kinky fuckers in the world. I will find it and I will deliver because I am here to serve you. So let's just get started. When I do these, there's no shade. I'm not making fun of you. It's all in good fun. Just relax, breathe. If you're really offended by me like picking apart your work, then just let me know and I will rectify the situation somehow. I'm not trying to make too many waves with this. It's all in good fun. Relax. Y'all know I need my reading glasses. This little delicious bit of fiction is called Right Before My Eyes, parentheses, I can taste. The pairing is Chris Argent and Scott McCall from the Teen Wolf fandom, aka trifling ass father getting it in with his daughter's ex-boyfriend. Shall we continue? The glare of the afternoon sun glinting off the ocean is almost unbearable. Humidity and heat settles on his naked form like a second skin. Ugh, that just sounds gross. And he can feel the warm trickle of their mixed spent trailing down between his spread thighs, half-hard cock twitching where it dangles. Okay, see, we gotta pause already and go back. He can feel the warm trickle of their mixed spent trailing down between his spread thighs. Does that mean jizz? Did he jizz on him? Did they jizz together and it's like just chilling there? These are things I need to know. These are things I want to know. Someone tell me. In his mind's eye, he can see him reclining back on the deck chair, gold-rimmed aviators hiding his icy blue eyes, one hand curling around the tumbler of whiskey on the rocks as he savors the scenery. Two fingers of Jack Daniels with cubes like clear icebergs in a sea of smoky brown. Scott can feel the phantom burn in the back of his throat from the last time the man fed him some, the liquor being passed between them in a kiss. He choked, gagging, and the man merely laughed, chasing away the aftertaste. Did I say you can move? Chris's voice is a soft rumble against the rush of the waves of the beach below. Scott digs his fingers into the grain of the wood, tensing. He imagines that he must be a sight to anyone who might happen to look up from their little fishing boats. Scott feels his chest constrict. Sorry, he murmurs, blushing and bowing his head. A breeze tickles the leaves of the coconut tree just off the balcony. It is almost a relief, and he relaxes only to jump at the feeling of the cold fingers cupping his balls. Pause. Pause. Where the hell are they at anyways? There are no palm trees and there are no coconuts in Beacon Hills. That is like in the middle of the Midwest or something. I have not seen a beach one time, so I want to know how they got there. Unpause. Scott gasps, muscles tightening. Chris, he cries, torn between flinching from the contact and leaning into the feel of his cotton shirt. Hush, he hears from behind him. He is trembling, throbbing below, desperate for any touch, any contact. You look so beautiful. I should keep you like this all the time, Spread out with cum dripping between your thighs. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Chris leans over, mouth latching onto the soft skin of his nape, sucking hard to bruise. Scott sobs, nails bloodless white where they scratch on this railing. Day-old stubble rasps over his sensitized skin, and he is sure that there will be red rashes there that will be hard to hide. Pause. 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 Do you get rashes when people touch you? Because that makes me think you're allergic to him, and I don't think that's right. When you touch somebody, you're supposed to enjoy it, not get a rash. Rash is bad. Rash bad. Always bad. Not good. Unless you're into that. And Scott seems to be into some kinky shit right now, so I don't know. Unpause. You can touch me. The words give him a sigh of relief. Hands quickly moving to reach for Chris, Scott arches his back, pressing his ass into the line of Chris's pants covered hard on. The bastard chuckles, low, smoky, and dark. With his free hand, he snakes around his torso, splaying his palm over Scott's navel. Please, Scott begs for nothing and everything. Please, Chris. One hand scratching the hair on the back of the older man's neck, the other hand gripping the waist of the hand on his torso. He feels like he is fraying apart at the seams and yet so very at peace at the same time. The hand on his balls moves farther back, and he feels a thumb pressing against his winking hole. Pause. Winking hole. Winking hole. Winking hole. I had to say it 3 times. I had to for it to really sink in. Unpause. What do you need? Chris asks, pressing kisses to his jaw, the side of his head. Huh? Tell me. Come on, Scott. You can do that, can't you? I need you. I need you in me. I need you to fuck me. Scott manages, groaning as he humps the thigh between his legs. Instinctively, he shifts himself until he is pressed forward on the railing with Chris draped over his back. Please, he whines. Scott knows the picture he makes in that moment. Knows it from all the times he had spied himself in the tall dresser mirror propped up beside their bed at home. He arches his back a little more, jutting his ass towards Chris, and he hears the sharp intake of breath. Hiding his private amusement at his success, he moans softly, reaching back to spread his ass to give Chris a clear shot of what he wants him to do. Looking back, he bites down on his bottom lip, releasing it slowly, capturing Chris's eyes, still shielded behind his stupid aviator. Please, he breathes. The slap on his left butt cheek is unexpected, and he shouts involuntarily at the contact. But it leaves a throbbing sting that has his cock hardening again in delicious ways. He mentally makes a note to get Chris to do that to him more often. The thought is quickly forgotten when Chris moves away, and he makes a disapproving sound at the loss of contact. I'll be back. He is soothed with a quick kiss on the line of his shoulder. Scott huffs impatiently, straightening his legs. Distantly, he hears the sound of a drawer opening and closing. I'm still slick from before. Pause. Whore. Unpause. He complains as he feels the presence behind him. Fingers digging into his ass, he forces his ass further out. The gesture sends a thrill of anticipation through his spine, and he feels decidedly lewd, although they have done things far more debauched than this. Chris. So bossy, Chris grunts, sliding 2 lubed, slick fingers into his hole. His voice is soft and almost fond. I don't want to hurt you, at least not in this way. Chris does not spend too much time fingering him. Thank God, Scott thinks. And soon he is sliding his cock into him slowly, inch by inch. Scott wonders if it is weird that he wishes he were more eloquent enough to write verses upon verses dedicated to Chris's cock. Pause. Stop. That's too much. You don't write poems about the D. You just take it. Unpause. It's not the biggest porn-worthy cock, but it is thick and it fills him up to the brim. It satisfies him in so many different ways that using toys had never done, always feeling so very alive regardless of whether it was in his mouth or his ass. Scott sighs, smiling dopily in relief despite himself. Chris does not let him adjust to the feeling of being filled again, pulling back and thrusting in brutally, he places his hands over the bruising he had left on Scott's hips. The pace is quick, harsh, punishing as Chris pulls him by the hips until he is shaking with need once more, tiptoeing and desperate for purchase. Pause. What are we purchasing? Are we at the mall? Is his butthole the mall? Is his dick a credit card? I don't understand. Unpause. Scott leans forward, burying his head in the cradle of his arms, gasping with every burying of his cock in him. Pause. That second part of that sentence is phrased really strangely and confused me. Unpause. Chris's breaths are uneven, uncontrolled, and its still feeling of euphoria whenever he unravels has not become unexciting to Scott. What? Chris's breaths are uneven, uncontrolled, and it's still the feeling of euphoria whenever he unravels has not become unexciting to Scott. Okay, that wasn't my fault. That was just phrased weird. The knowledge that he is the one that makes this clever, stoic, impossibly beautiful man unravel propels him further to the edge.
Babe,
He hears groan.
Scott, baby, I think.
Reaching back, he pulled Chris forward to rest his head on his shoulder, hands scraping to grip his breast. Tilting his head, Scott gently captured Chris's lips in a kiss, nipping, sighing, when Chris is reduced to doing nothing but rolling his hips lazily against his ass. Scott swallows his cries as he floods his channel with his cum.
Pause.
His channel. Really. Unpause. Drowns himself in the sensation of his hot ass not being able to hold that much spent in it. Stop saying spent. That is not a good word for that. He can feel the soft scratch of Chris's denim on the back of his thighs, and he wonders how they are going to explain to their laundry lady back home. Half of their clothes on this trip is cum-stained and ruined beyond compare. Maybe you should just buy some new clothes then. I don't know. Or do your own laundry. Why do you have a laundry lady? Do you live together? I don't understand what this universe is right now. Whatever. Oh, took my advice. Maybe he'll convince Chris that they need to update their wardrobe. As it were, he lets him ride out the aftershocks. Soon, Chris is hauling him backwards, maneuvering their still joined bodies back to the cool darkness of their room in the bungalow. Pulling out, Chris throws him onto the bed and Scott pushes himself onto his back. Grinning, he scoots to the middle of the bed and as he watches Chris strip, slowly revealing his toned body. Scott knows how self-conscious the other man really is about the age gap between them, and he has always enjoyed showing him just exactly how little he cares about the fine lines in the corner of his eyes, the salt and pepper in his hair, to show just how much he treasures each and every single one of these things instead. Chris is still hard. And it is another thing that Scott loves so desperately about him. Chris is still hard. And it is another thing that Scott loves so desperately about him. The man has the stamina of a 20-year-old. His eyes track him as he moves to place the video camera they brought along on their little vacation, more to document their stay than for the purpose it has been subjected to, on the desk, angling it to the bed. We're never going to show them these videos, are we? Scott giggles as Chris climbs into bed, sliding between his legs.
Most definitely not.
Chris replies, smiling softly as he drags him closer to press their cocks together. So, husband,
Ready to make another sex tape?
Finn. That was interesting. So they're married. They got married. That's real bold and beautiful, marrying your daughter's ex-boyfriend and all. But I don't judge. I don't. That's what their life is about. And that concludes my dramatic reading of Teen Wolf Fanfiction. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel so you can get more of my dramatic reading